Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve, and today's review will be on the movie here behind me. We have Koyaanisqatsi. Technically, there's no actors in this because this is literally images, clips, and a score, and there's no words whatsoever. So, a little quick summary into this is literally about how the world has progressed for the good and the bad and the twists and turns that we've had up until about the 80s, because this movie is 1982. So let's go ahead and get started with this. To start off the film, I was having a hard time getting sucked in. I felt like it just wasn't catching my eye at first, but as time went on, the music started to mesh with the images and the clips, and it just started to work out so well. And that's when I was kind of like mind blown, and it was just like, wow, this is nuts. One thing that I'd like to say is, so there is a music video out there, Living in America by James Brown, for Rocky 4. Look it up on YouTube. I'm also going to try to play it at the end of this just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But in that music video, there is literally clips of like guys working on the assembly line. It's going all fast motion, and they're sitting there like making donuts and stuff, and then the next thing there's like a power plant and it's showing smoke and stuff. It literally felt like images from this were taken from this movie, and that music video got its inspiration from this movie. It was really cool. Like, you could totally see the similarities in that music video and in this movie, and it was really cool to see because, one, it was like totally different music for the images on both accounts, but they both worked really well. This movie, man, it was pretty powerful. Like, the one thing that I said on my letterbox, pretty much this was a movie. This is a movie with no words, but yet it speaks freaking volumes. Like, this movie was crazy. It's definitely one that I recommend for everybody, because everybody's going to come to their own little different, oh, this is crazy and this is crazy, and you're just going to kind of be like, what in the world? Like, but there's no talking. Like, it's literally just how the music fits with the images, how the cinematography did really good. This was crazy. Like, I've heard Philip Glass before in a few movies, but this one I felt like worked so well together. So director in this, we have Godfrey Reggio. I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name right. I've never seen anything this guy's directed. Philip Glass is the composer. So let's see. IMDb gave this an 8.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 90%. Dog Bones gave it a 4 out of 4. I give it a 9 out of 10. What do all those 4 reviews have in common? They're all above an 8, and they're all really high. This is a really, really well done movie. Reasons I tell you to watch this. One is because this is I guess you could say it's a documentary. Like I said, it just tells you about how the world has gotten more and more and more worse and better and more advanced and worse, and just it's a crazy film. Like, it's, if you're into documentaries at all, if you're into stuff where you're just gonna like be like, man, this is mind blowing, this is crazy, definitely watch it. The score was really good. That's another reason. Box office, 3.2 million on a budget of 2.5, so it made $0.7 million. I feel like part of the reason for that being because of how good it was is because people felt like this was like a propaganda film, and so they kind of eased off of it and didn't want to watch it. Because I felt like the box office should have at least hit 10 million, and I'm not saying that's bigger than the budget, and for a movie like that's I feel like would have been pretty big. But anyways, my little interesting fact in this was actually pretty fun to find out. I'm going to say Godfrey because, as I said, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. It took him a lot of doing to get Philip Glass onto his project, because at first I guess Philip Glass was just like, no, I don't feel like my music is going to work with this. Please leave me alone. Get the hell away from me. Obviously not in all those words, but He literally was really not wanting to do the project. Godfrey ended up getting some of the edited work of his work from the movie and putting Philip Glass's music with it and showing it to Glass. Once he saw this, he was 100% on board. He literally signed the dotted line. Like, to me, that's really cool because I feel like the same reason. Like I said early on, I would have gave this a 10.10. I didn't say this, but I would have gave this a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for the slow part when I was just like, God, this is kind of, I don't know if I'm going to, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting there like, whoa, wait a minute. This is meshing really well. This is really good. Wow, this really fits. His music did really well to fit this movie, and it made it like all the more dramatic, and the effect just, it was really good. But yeah, anyways, that's all for that. So up next, whoops, sorry about that. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is for The Cobbler with Adam Sandler. So this was actually a request from somebody I worked with at my last job at UPS. She kept telling me to watch this, so here I am getting to it. That will be my next review, so stay tuned for that. I have not seen this one, obviously, and I'm not saying I never would have watched it, but I probably never would have watched it. So if it wasn't for her, this would never have been on my list because technically I've never even heard of this movie until she's like, check this out. I was like, what is this? But here we go, huh? All right. So that's all for that. You guys have a good day. Check out my letterbox, check out my eBay, like and subscribe, and you guys have a good day. And thank you for my 2 most recent subscribers. You guys, awesome. Thanks a lot. You guys have a good day. All right. See you guys next time.